All right, we're gonna start with the flag salute. Go ahead and remove your hat. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay? Page. Oh, is it 67? Page 67. All right. 67. Clausal opener. So you guys are gonna learn a total of 5 openers. We skipped, hold on. We skipped number 4, that's what it is. And we're not gonna do number 4, but we will do number 6, that's coming. But anyway, and I'm not even sure what 4 is, actually, I forgot. But you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and then 5 and 6. So 5 is a clausal opener. You guys already know the Asia, www.asia.b. Can you all tell me what are those words? Do you know it?
No.
Everybody in here knows, do you know it?
Yeah, I remember I said last week.
Okay. When, while, where. Okay, Owen, when, while, where. As, since, if, although, because. As,
Since, although.
if, although, because. It spells out Asia, dot B. But these are the words that are now going to be openers for sentences in your grammar book. You're not doing it yet in your writing, but you will. Yay. So for grammar in your grammar book, it basically just starts with one of those words, but that's just not enough. You can't just have an opener by itself. Look at the example where it says, while the men relaxed. That's not a complete sentence. It's a great opener, but you need a main clause after that. So look at the next example. While the men relaxed, Robin was restless. So notice how each of those clauses, the clausal opener and the main clause, they both have subject verb pairs. That's something to remember. Same as because clause, it has to have a subject verb pair. Same as who, which clause. All the clauses, there you go, there's a new word for you. Clauses have to have a subject verb pair, okay? Yes.
Can I get one?
Yes, I don't have any cups, but you can kind of, if you're desperate, I'm okay with that.
Cups down here.
Like throwaway cups, or I don't know. He can use his hands. He's okay. We don't need to wash a cup. Okay. Anyways, that's an example of an opener. Notice the comma. Whenever you have the clausal opener and then the main clause, then you're going to have a comma in between. All right. And notice how they labeled this one right here. Since Robin was restless, he looked for adventure. So the adverb clause is since Robin was restless. Got your subject verb right there. That's a number 5 opener. He looked for adventure. And the comma rule is right here. There's 2 comma rules. If the adverb clause comes first, meaning it's an opener, then you need a comma. If it comes after the main clause, no comma. That's the rule. Okay, so look at the first example. While his men rested, comma, Robin set out. So that's an opener, comma. And then the other example says Robin left his men because he wanted adventure. That adverb clause obviously is not an opener, but if it comes after the main clause, there's no comma. Any questions? All right. Let's keep going. It's an easy lesson. I do want to mention really quick, because I'm going to talk to you more about it later. Be careful with the because clause, because sometimes some of you are still saying because of. That's not a because clause, right? It changes it to a prepositional phrase. Yes, good. So don't be tempted to put of next to because. All right. Who wants to read it? Any takers? Go for it, Nico.
The children of the buried men romped?
Yes, romped.
Romped along the bank. They laughed and joked together.
Romped. That's a word we don't see very often. Romped. There's this old show like from the 1960s called Romper Room. And it was just this like little kids show, and they would do like somersaults and cartwheels, and then they would like run around. It's like a movement, yeah, it's like a gymnastics little for little kids, anyway.
Is that like rock?
Like roughhousing, basically.
Oh.
So like wrestling or, you know, just being obnoxious.
How Hannah bit me the other day.
Oh my gosh, she bit you? Was she mad? Or was she
I
playing?
was trying to help her and then she got mad and bit me.
Did she get in trouble for that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You
You gotta stop that right away.
Child been like one of my aunts and then my sister, and then there was someone else that's also a youngest child, and all three of them when they were little were like biting. Youngest child.
They don't know it's wrong until they do it and they get in trouble.
And then he purposely does it and mom's like, no.
Oh, now he would have, oh wait, Elijah's little, huh? The little, okay, okay. So go ahead and just, how about you put that in your zipper pocket there so you're not tempted to mess with that. Okay, so that's what romped means. It's a verb, it's an action, it's like messing around with each other. So put a check by vocabulary, and then we've got the 3 articles. Go ahead and find those by yourself. And 3 nouns. How about Miles? Where are the 3 nouns at?
Children,
Yes.
men, and bank.
Children, men, and bank. Good. Pronoun. This is a little tricky. Rebecca, where's the pronoun?
Pronoun,
Actually, this one's not tricky.
they.
Yes, it's they. I was thinking of another one. Earlier. No, that was an easy one. Adjective, Lexi.
I'm trying to figure out which one is one. Isn't one of them married and one of them together? Adjective and adverb. Do I have it wrong?
No, you have, okay, so
I get them mixed up.
that's okay. That's good. I mean, that's not good that you get it mixed up, but it's good that you're admitting it because I bet other students are having the same problem. But the noun men, if you think about what kind of men or which ones, marry. So that's the adjective. You were right on that. Then the adverb is together. That's the adverb because it's telling how they joked. It's weird, but it's telling how they joked together. So if it tells how, it's an adverb. If it tells what kind, it's an adjective. So you had it, actually. How about Ellie, the coordinating conjunction? And that was easy. Prepositional phrases, are you ready? Owen, do you know where they are? If you get stuck on that when you're doing your homework, you can always skip it and come back to it, but do you see where they are?
No.
Do you want to phone a friend?
I'm not good at the prepositional.
So you should save them till the end. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When you do your list, save them till the end. Okay, I saw Ethier's hand go up first.
I do marry men.
Of the merry men, so of is the preposition, and
Along the bank.
along the bank. There you go.
Nice.
Everything, by the time you're done with your list, everything will have a label. So that's why if you get stuck on those, that's okay. Use them, go to do that one at the end, at the very last thing. Okay. How about, let's look at verbs. How about you do verbs, Owen? Where are the verbs at?
Wrong.
Yep. Yes, that's one. There's two.
Laughed.
Yep, laughed. One more.
Together.
No, what did they do together?
Oh, joked.
There you go, joked. They're all ED, those are pretty easy to spot. How about the subjects, Miles? So we have 2 main clauses here. You probably already figured that out. So there's 2 subjects here. We skipped main clauses, didn't we?
Yeah.
Whoopsie. Go ahead, Miles.
Men and they.
Not men, because it wasn't the men that romped along the bank. The children of the merry men. The children were the subject. What about the other one you said?
They.
Yes, they. So we have 2 main clauses. Do you know where they are, Rebecca? It looks like you're done over there.
Main clauses.
Yes.
The children of the merry men romped along the bank and they
Yes.
laughed and joked together.
Okay, so we need a period between those two, right? So you can mark those as main clauses with a square bracket. And then put a period between. Got it? So it should be the children all the way down to bank. There you go. Actually, the. And then a period after bank. And then that last line right here is another main clause with square brackets, and then a period at the end of that. Openers, Lexi?
Subject?
Yes. Do you remember what number?
No.
Number 1, subject. And both of them, right? They're both subjects. Yep. That's good. And capitals, those just gonna be the beginnings of the sentences. What about the comma rule, Ellie?
Take out the one after your laugh.
Yep, take it out. You're only listing 2 things, laughed and joked, so we don't need a comma there. And then I think you already did the end mark, so we're good. There you go. Okay. Any questions about that?
No.
If you get stuck on anything, save it to the end, because by the end, everything will have a label on it, except for your prepositional phrases.
Well, it'll be underlined.
It'll be underlined. It won't have a label though. Okay. That's true. You guys were working on last week or last week, George Washington. Now we're moving on to Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson. Oh, really quick, just a reminder. Your homework is always worth 10 points. You guys know that, right? 10 points.
Yeah.
Every time I assign it 10 points. So if you got 9 points or 9.5 points or 8 points or somewhere around that, that means you forgot something. So if you did not get 10, you need to check your notes that I wrote on. Because there's an, I know you know how to find it. Most of you guys, I think, know how to find it.
Yeah.
There's a place for private comments, and that's where I go, Rebecca, I like your paragraph. I la 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 la. And then I put Mrs. C. But then I go, la la la. I also comment on your document. Do you guys know where to find that? Because I want to make
Yes.
sure. Okay, Lexi says no. How about you, Owen? Do you know what I mean about putting a comment on your document?
I'm still not allowed one then.
Oh, okay, so your mom's gonna have to figure that out.
I know how to find them.
Yeah.
Go to Flash Work, go to your work, you click on. I forget to.
Do you use Google Docs?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you, I think that's right. All she has to do is view it, right?
Yeah, you just like shows like the little pictures of your grammar pages and
Well,
then you
yeah.
just tap the doc in. Well, for me, it just like opens up and it shows the little.
If you do it on Google Docs, yeah, you should just open the doc.
Yeah.
From Google.
Oh,
Like open it, try it out. If you still can't find it though, let me know because
Okay.
I've been putting notes on there and you're missing it. So you wanna see, cause I'll put good notes in there too, like I love this sentence or I love your title or something like that. But then you might,
I do docs.
if I find a banned word, I'll highlight it and say banned word, you know, or if, yeah, but you forgot a couple of times. But, what was I gonna say? Sometimes you accidentally, I'm saying you generically, nobody, I'm not gonna point out anybody, but sometimes people will use the same word again, like the same word in one sentence and then again in another sentence, and that's repeating. So I'll highlight one of them and I'll say, since you just said this, try something different. So those kinds of comments are the ones I'm talking about. And if you go back and fix those things, like I know Miles fixed stuff and turned it back in, and now he's got 10. So that's what I want to make sure you guys know, because you should be able to get 10 on every assignment if as long as you fix things, if you need to.
We're in the
Okay.
2000s now. We're in the 2000s.
Whoa. Page 102. Page 102, Thomas Jefferson. We're gonna read this and do our usual stuff. Does anybody feel like reading this today? Anybody feel like reading about Thomas Jefferson? Kinda, sorta? Never mind. Okay,
She does.
I can read it. No, that's all right. I'm not gonna force anybody. Thomas Jefferson Thomas Jefferson was an amazing man with many talents and bold ideas. He was one of America's greatest architects. He designed his own magnificent home called Monticello, which is a National Historical Landmark today. It is the building pictured on the back of today's nickel. Anybody have a nickel? Do you have one on you? Oh, okay. Look at it next time. That's the Monticello. Jefferson's profile is on the front of the coin. Jefferson was an excellent lawyer, an accomplished musician, and a scientist and a politician. He spoke 6 languages fluently, and he was an eloquent writer and great thinker. His writings inspired many people in America's fight for independence. In fact, Jefferson is probably most famous for writing the Declaration of Independence. It took him only 17 days. In it, he included the idea that all men have rights, such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. He called King George a tyrant who was denying Americans their rights. He believed that men should govern themselves, not be ruled by a king or dictator. You could use that word in that sentence too. After the Revolutionary War, he became America's first Secretary of State. He was America's second vice president under John Adams and America's third president. So he was the third president.
Thomas Jefferson was the third president.
The third president.
So it went George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and then Thomas.
When he was the 19th, wasn't he? 16th. Close enough.
Wait, say that again? I was reading something. I was like deep in thought. Anyway, he was America's third president. While in office, he upheld the ideals of limited government and rule by the will of the people. He died July 4th.
Wow.
That'd be kind of a cool day to die. I mean, if you had to pick a day, I guess, because it's a cool day.
And no one
Especially if you're a president.
My cousin's birthday was the 18th.
Oh, of July?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
is that why they call it the 4th of July?
yeah.
Also, I
It's
heard
on
he
the,
died.
no, they call it the 4th of July because it's
Because that's
Independence
Independence.
Day in 1776.
Did-
Is-
But did they start doing that celebration when he died?
No,
Oh.
no, it just happened. That's what's cool about it. It just happened to be on the same
Yeah, no one will
day.
celebrate your death.
Nobody will forget, yeah, your
They'll always
death day,
And
not your
also-
birthday, but your death day.
Washington's
On the quarter?
This is
This is the nickel. Yes.
Independence Day was, the declaration was actually signed
Hold
on,
on, guys, listen.
most of the signers signed it on the 2nd, but a few signed it on the 4th, that's why it's celebrated on the 4th.
Because it was done. getting
Interesting fact. Did you guys know that?
No.
No.
There you go, Miles. He's the trivia guy. So he died July 4th, 1826, exactly 50 years after the Declaration of Independence was adopted. That's pretty cool. He will always be remembered as one of America's greatest founding fathers. And there you go, a little picture of the nickel on there. So let's look at the KWO on the next page. Obviously your topic is gonna be Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, it's gonna be the 4th of July.
It's pretty straightforward. And I know you guys are only writing one paragraph. I do have to say, it is nice, but I do want these to be like really beefy paragraphs. You know what I mean by that?
That's what I think about them. I'm like
Mhm.
it's one paragraph, but
Like Lexi's is pretty much a whole page on the front, and she's got a lot of
I
added
can't
things in there.
All in the paragraph.
Because you guys have already, most of you have already done this style of writing with either me or somebody else before, so make sure you give it a decent page for your paragraph. We're gonna move into multiple paragraphs soon, but anyway, it's just one paragraph and you got 1 through 7. So, what can we put as like an introduction to,
6
This
and 7
paragraph.
are optional.
all right. There.
I think I did like 10.
Yeah, and that's okay. So if you only fill out 5, but you end up having extra sentences, that's okay too. Does that make sense? Because you might need to add sentences for your vocabulary words. A lot of you struggled with, how do I fit this word in here? And I can't find a spot for it. If you have to make another sentence, that's okay. Make sense? Okay. So we're talking about Thomas Jefferson. We can just call him TJ, not Tijuana, but Thomas Jefferson.
No, TJ Maxx.
Or TJ Maxx, that's another one.
I love TJ.
Yes, me
They had to
too.
call Tucker John, or Tucker John.
Yeah,
So now we call him TJ.
oh, that's cute. So not Tucker John, but, yeah, Thomas Jefferson. What would you say that you could introduce him in one sentence? Like, what would be some words to describe him? What do you, I see that you have yours going. Go ahead, Miles.
Amazing man.
Amazing
with
man, there
many
you go.
talents and
Many
ideas.
talents, bold ideas, and amazing.
Intelligent.
Hold on, you said amazing man, what else?
Well, I did talents and ideas.
Talents and ideas, that's basically what you have too.
Intelligent.
Intelligent. Okay, so pick 3 words. If you want to use a little stick figure for a man, you can do that. Go ahead and write in your topic. TJ, so you don't have to spend your word on that. And then how would you describe him? Intelligent. Intelligent. What were the other words you guys said?
Bold ideas.
Bold
and
ideas.
many
What it says in here.
Put TJ for Thomas Jefferson. Don't forget that. You could put, yeah, you have man, so he was a man with many talents and bold ideas. So obviously that's your topic. Talents, bold ideas. Now you're gonna find those details within that other paragraph that support that, just like you guys have been doing. So, for instance,
America's greatest architect.
yeah, that's interesting. I mean, that kind of defines how he's talented. So you could put that. Now you only need 5 or 6 or 7, so pick carefully. What you also could do is do a little number, like a little number 1 by the ones you like, or a little star, or underline it, somehow mark it in your paragraph. So you can keep track of how many good ones, like make sure you mark your favorites. Like obviously you want to mention that he signed the Declaration of Independence. That's a big one. That's really what made him most famous, right? Even more famous than him being a president. So what we're doing is just working on that independently, but let me know if you guys need some help or ideas. So quiet without John and Nora here. We love you, John and Nora. I know you're watching. Let's see what you got here. Okay, so Nico was saying that he was an architect. One of America's greatest architects. You could put that. You could mention the Monticello, which is the name of his home. There's probably a mansion.
I'm very bad at doing keyword.
You got this though. This is good practice. Yeah. It's still counted as one word though. So what do you want to mention first? You don't have to go in the same order as the paragraph either. If you want to mention that he signed the Declaration of Independence, you want to mention that first, that's okay too. And he was also famous for blah, blah, blah. So how about you put,
What?
how about you put, he's famous for the writing or signing. Actually, he drafted it, didn't he? He wrote it. So put something like, famous. You know how to spell famous?
Does
Yeah.
National Historical Landmark count as one too? One word?
Maybe, yeah, you could do that. I would put HIST for historical, cause it'll take up a bunch of room,
I just did.
but you can count it as one. Famous, comma, writing,
Forget which right it is.
WR,
Oh, okay.
for writing, and then put declaration IND or something. And then put in, oops, you forgot to put declaration. Put declaration here and then just draw an arrow behind that one. So what we're doing is just working on the keyword outline on page 103. You can work with each other too, if you wanna talk to each other about it, that's okay with me.
Is
Are you
Dec-
looking
is
for-
Declaration of Independence one word?
I just did D.
You could put,
I just put DR.
yeah, that'll work. It is technically one word, but it would take up a lot of space.
Space
So-
I shall take then.
Doy. How's yours coming? Okay. That was what he was famous for, but what else did he do that made us think he was talented? Look back on the paragraph here.
He was on the nickel?
Yeah. He was on the nickel, but that's, I don't know if that explains why he was talented.
No.
Jeez.
What? He was a musician and a scientist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could put accomplished musician, scientist. He did, most of the time people are either math and science oriented or creative, but he was both. That makes him like a genius. You know what I mean? Because some people think more like toward math. If you're a math person, anybody math? Yeah, you're a math person. Maybe like science. Oh, wow, okay.
I don't like math.
See, you're probably more creative.
Math is
I'm not.
See?
Unless I'm choreographing a dance, I'm not creative.
That's pretty good. Well, at least you can do that, but it's
I
hard.
make songs on the piano. I already made a song that I played for my recital.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. See, you're creative. And you probably draw. Yeah.
No, I never draw.
Oh. But you make good stories. Like, remember how last year you made a story out of pictures, like looking at pictures?
Yeah.
I'm so bad at that.
See, I'm bad at that too. I'm more mathematical. Like, I don't think like
Math
that.
is so boring. I don't even understand it.
It's like
Especially
math. Like if you give me a problem,
letters.
there's only one right answer.
That's
Like,
it.
Okay, I can do that.
Yes.
And then my mom's like, writing is like, it depends on you. Like, there's no right or wrong answer. And I'm like,
Yes.
Dude, the answers, the
Yes.
questions that I get, it's like, John has an apple tree. How many apples does John have?
You have to figure it out all by yourself. Good luck.
I'm doing a new one, it's called Mammoth Math, it's a lot better.
Oh, it's better?
My old one was
Okay.
called AOPS, Art of Problem Solving, and it does not explain it all. It just
Oh.
grew like
Exactly.
2/3
That makes sense.
squared times
Yeah, so did I.
17/8 to the power of 4 times 36/8 to the power of
Could
5.
you say that again?
She wants to figure it out back there.
I just made up words, but that's what it is pretty much. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was gonna figure it
Mom.
out.
I just had a question, but it didn't say how much it had. It's like,
I did teaching
Just like that.
six, but this
How many
year-
does it have?
Mine, mine explains the whole thing in the beginning. It has a video.
What's yours called?
CTC math.
State test.
I have dimensions.
Wait, CTC, what does it stand for?
I don't know.
Teaching,
CTC math.
and yours is what? What was the name of your math, Nico?
Huh?
What's the name of your math again?
AOPS.
No, the new one.
Oh, Mammoth Math.
Is it online?
No, you have to print it out.
Oh, okay.
Physical.
Mine is on.
Okay. All right, so you got that. What else made him talented and bold? What were some of his bold ideas? Yeah, but that's not really an idea.
And she was trying, she was doing like, she showed us what like an equation was like in science. And she was literally teaching us how to move the decimal.
good writer?
and turn it
Yeah,
into, like,
he's a good
physical
writer.
thing.
No, he is a good writer. It says his writing inspired many people in America's fight for independence. That would be something good to put. Maybe, put writing in the next one.
It was like changing it from like centimeters to.
Well, they put writings with an S, meaning he wrote lots of things, right? So you can do writings right here. Writings.
It's like the vibe, like all of them,
And then
like,
inspired.
subtracts and then like-
Just go right to the answer.
And then you could draw a little stick figure or two stick figures for people. Inspired people. And America's fight for independence. So you could do like for America, you just put AMER, Amer with a period. ER, okay, with a period, that'll work. And then fight, probably fight, and then IND for independence. Because he helped get America to a place of independence by writing the Constitution. I mean, the Declaration of Independence. There you go. That'll work. So what else did he do? Keep going down.
Never makes it.
Declaration of Independence. He wrote the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, but we already got that. Keep going.
Where do you think it's put at?
Here's another idea. The idea that all men have rights such as, so you can put that somehow in 3 words or abbreviations. You guys got it? Done? I'll give you guys about 1 more minute to finish up. Are you almost there?
No.
You need more time at home, you guys. Oh, you got
I'll show you my map.
Huh?
It's a little nippy.
That's all right, as long as you can realize it.
I don't care.
Well, on your notes, it doesn't have to be exact, but you do need to know by the time you type it. Let me see. Rights, liberty, life, let me see what it says. So life should go first.
Oh. Is it?
Life, yeah, because that is his famous quote, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And you could do pursuit. And then pursuit and then a happy face for happiness. Okay, that was an idea. And then keep going. Oh, you actually have 2 forwards, huh?
Yes.
Okay, we'll leave it this time. Try to keep it to 3 though. What else?
That's not the second. So first, what do you want to add
move
for
your
the
elbow.
rest of your keep it out? I have 3 more thoughts. What do you think's interesting or?
Well, another important thing would be that he
Was president.
Yes, and what number president was he? There you go, so you can put that on a line.
Yep. I hope.
Go ahead and do this one down here where it says, if you're finished with your outline and you're waiting,
Yeah, I'll tutor Rebecca.
if you're finished, hold on, guys, listen up. If you're finished with your outline and you're just waiting, go down to the bottom of that page where it says you can write your first sentence using whatever you put for your topic sentence. Just think about it, write out a complete sentence there so that you're ready to go when you get ready to do your homework. Third president. Well, he wasn't the president under John Adams. That was something different. But you could put since, yeah. There you go.
Then
Okay, what's your
Thomas
sentence?
Jefferson was an intelligent man who had many talents.
Ooh, you got your who clause right there. Underline it. That way you can remember. I have a sharpener back there. I'm gonna try and sharpen it. Under the microwave.
Been like the fourth, right? George Washington ran for president twice, so it would have been twice and John Adams.
Because George was twice in a row. Yeah.
Not the fourth president, but the fourth president. Then George Washington. No, it's not the fourth.
That's a good question. George Washington was the first and second president. And then what president was Abraham Lincoln?
16.
Yeah, he was later.
So, I think it says John Adams was the next president. Wait, how many presidents? How many presidents have we?
Oh.
We have 48 presidents so far.
47. Oh my God, actually.
Honestly, if you do wanna
That
do
is a good question. I never thought about that. They're calling John Adams second, and then Thomas Jefferson
The second
third.
person, but.
Yeah, because like right now we have Trump again, and he was 45 and 47. But maybe because there's a gap between. Interesting. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. All right, don't close up your book. We're not done. Where are you going? All right, turn the page. If you're not done with your outline, you can work on that later. Let's go ahead and turn because you do have a new dress up on your checklist. And it's gonna be the Asia word, which you guys already know. That's an easy one. Yes. So, this is, if you're bored at home sometime and you want something to read, go ahead and read this page here.
I've never worked.
But using an Asia word, it doesn't have to be the first word. That's an opener. It can be anywhere in the sentence, one of those words. So jump down to the practice, because you guys are pretty good at this.
Yeah.
Add a www.asia clause to this sentence. We're at the bottom of page 104. Thomas Jefferson called King George a tyrant, and then
While he was one.
well, no, that doesn't really work. While is a good word though. Thomas Jefferson called King George a tyrant. Was he president at the time?
As King George was a king.
No, it's kind of repeating king twice.
As Georgie was still an
Georgie. Like something from a horror movie.
I don't think he was president. Oh, you could say, since something, since King George,
believe that it was wrong.
no, King George didn't believe it was wrong. He was denying Americans their rights. Do you have an idea back there?
Since he wanted authority.
Ooh, did you guys hear that one? Since he wanted authority. King George, that is. He wanted to be like ruler over all.
He is not authority.
A-U, and the rest of it's Thor, A-U, Thor, I, Y.
A Thor.
Not Thor, the Marvel character, but A-U. Oh, wait, put since. It's right here. Since he wanted authority.
It's a funny bow, like, he'll look outside and be like,
The baby? That's cute.
cause their neighbor has like a lot of Christmas lights and stuff, so I'll just like stare out there.
Oh, that's cute. All right, so this is on your checklist, so don't forget to use one of these words in your paragraph. Jump over to page 105. Quality adjective, that's been on your checklist for a while, but it's basically giving.
It's only been 1 week with it, right?
Oh, I thought it was a while.
I thought
No?
1 week, yeah,
Oh.
we just got it.
Okay, never mind. It's new still. It's basically giving the reader an image of what you're trying to say. So it says, the source text called Thomas Jefferson amazing and Monticello magnificent. It's calling those are the adjectives, amazing Thomas Jefferson and magnificent Monticello. Do not copy these exact words. What other quality adjectives could describe Thomas Jefferson and Monticello? Use the thesaurus or your vocabulary words to.
I know,
Fascinating.
I know, horrific for amazing.
Terrific.
Horrific.
So put terrific next to amazing. That's a good one. What else? Fascinating.
Crazy in a good way.
Like that.
You'd have to say crazy in a good way.
Magnificent.
But then good is a bad word, so no, don't use that.
Synonyms? Magnificent.
In a grateful way.
No,
Fascinating.
one word, not a group of
Stunning,
words.
stunning for
Stunning. Oh, for magnificent?
Stunning.
Yeah, stunning would work. What's it? Beautiful. Either one of those would work.
And then just go.
How do you write that? Ah. Ah. A-H-H-H, okay. Anyway, because clause. Oh, did I already mention this about because clauses?
No idea.
I've been talking about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Did I already mention that? Okay, don't use of with because, it does change it. I don't remember, some of you did. More than one person did, and I don't remember who, so look at my notes.
Because of pizza.
Because it's just explaining, girls, is explaining why something is the way it is. So it says here, Thomas Jefferson was an incredible man because
He wrote the Declaration of Independence.
he wrote the Declaration, not just he was, that's not enough. What do you think, Miles?
Because
Thomas Jefferson was an incredible man because he believed in the value of other men.
Nice, I like that. He believed. He did believe in the value of other men. That was his whole drive in doing what he did, because he noticed, guys, that people weren't able to pursue life and happiness, right? So they were being controlled by other, like King George. He was trying to stop them from having that. And so he said, that's enough. I want people to know their lives are valuable and that he values that. Okay, good. A strong verb, dress up. So look at the example sentence going down the page there. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence in 17 days. What's another word for wrote?
made.
Describe.
Made is not super strong.
No.
Drafted, that's a good one. I like that.
I can't think of other one.
So just how it sounds with an F, D-R-A-F-T-E.
I knew
Drafted.
that.
I knew you did. That's why. Okay, go ahead, Lexi. Oh yeah, published. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of.
What's another word?
I had it in my
For
head and I was like,
wrote, it could be
Is correctly a what happened?
yes.
Interesting.
Okay, moving on to who which. Let's think about that one. It says Thomas Jefferson, who blah 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 blah,
Drafted the Declaration of Independence.
believed men should govern themselves.
Yeah, that's good. Thomas Jefferson.
You kind of already said that though, so when you go to write it.
Thomas ate pizza, believe.
No, no, let it make sense.
Thomas Jefferson, who believed men should govern themselves.
No, not just who. Who cared about the people?
Who roamed the earth. Believed in
He didn't roam the whole earth. He was
who
only in
lived
America.
in earth. On earth. I don't know.
Well, he cared about the people. That was one thing about him, right? That. You guys got that one? Who? You have one back there, Miles?
I'm thinking.
Okay. Hmm.
Is strongly an L-Y adverb?
Yes.
Strongly?
Mm-hmm. Let me see what my book has the example of. Oh. My book says Thomas Jefferson, who detested the idea of a king. Means like hated, right? Detested.
Tragic.
What did you put?
Thought King George was the kind of.
There you go. That's a good one. Is thought a banned word though? Whoa, what was that?
Strong thought.
Not my phone.
I don't know. It sounded like it came from your area over there. No, thought is not a banned word yet. It will
Not
be.
yet?
Not yet. It will be. Gosh. Everything okay back there?
So I always have my sound off, but today my mom left and then she left me home with my siblings and she wanted me to have
Oh.
my sound on, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No problem. I
I was
understand.
like, what is happening?
that. Everything's happening. Okay, did you guys get one for the Who
No, I
clause?
didn't think anything like that.
All right. Okay. The next one, ly adverb, go for it.
Caringly, lovingly, bravely, strongly, and madly.
Ooh.
He strongly thought the thought of a king was.
She made a list of her ly, those are good words. ly adverbs to use. Tragically? Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. Tragically had many talents? No. Surprisingly, no? Is that what you just?
Well,
Oh.
spoke 6 languages
This is his house.
fluently.
Fluently?
Yeah. It's his house. You're welcome. It's his house.
There it is.
What?
His house on
Oh,
page
there it
one oh
is.
six.
There it is.
All right, go to 106. Well, first get out your vocabulary cards. Let's work on that. Yes.
No, I just
Is
left
his
him at home.
house still standing?
Yes, it is now a historical landmark. Yep, I believe it's in Washington DC. Well, I don't know where it is actually.
Is it the White House?
No, it's not the White House. It does kind of look like the White House. But it's called the Monticello. Let me ask Siri.
I wasn't excited like.
No, ask a Gemini.
Do people live in?
Where is the Monticello?
Oh man, Gemini is creepy.
It's in Minnesota. Minnesota. Yeah. So if you ever want to go there, check it out. Okay. You got your vocabulary words out? Did you get them out? Go ahead and get them out. Yes, Owen. Good. Do you want to start?
Yeah.
All right, wait till everybody's listening. Owen's gonna start us off. He's gonna read a word and do the other things on the back. You need a ring back there, Ellie. You don't have one yet? Uh-oh. Canto. Yeah, a big one like this is good because you're gonna fill it up.
I have one bigger than yours.
Oh, yeah, you do. The mother of all rings. Okay, Owen's gonna go first. Everybody listen, go ahead.
Affirm. To confirm or state positively.
Affirm. Use it in the sentence.
Jefferson used his skills to communication to affirm human rights.
Good, so meaning support human rights, right? Confirming or state positively, so affirm. Have you ever heard of words of affirmation before?
Yep.
Words of
No.
affirmation, meaning affirming something like, you are a very kind person. You are a very creative person, like telling them like,
We do that at dance, but like to ourselves, like we write on cards and says, I am. And then she takes a video of all of us.
oh, cool. That's good though. That's good to know about yourself too. Yes, Miles, go ahead and do the next one.
Tyrant,
Okay.
a cruel or brutal ruler. The founding fathers considered King George a tyrant.
Mm-hmm.
King
Yep.
George.
Tyrant. We used to have a tyrant as a president. I'm just saying.
We did.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
now.
We would.
But not anymore.
Was it O'Biden or was it Kim?
Well, there was a few of them, so yeah.
Oh, Biden.
I don't remember who it was.
That was kind of
Oh,
Obama
oh,
and Biden mixed together. Oh, Biden.
it was?
Okay, Rebecca.
Adept,
The first time.
Adept. Okay.
very skilled, and proficient. Thomas Jefferson was an adept writer.
Yeah, that's a weird one. We haven't used that one. We don't use it too often. Adept. And you do see that say the P in there, adept. Go ahead.
Stirring.
It's
Rousing, exciting, or
Mhm.
lively.
stirring.
The Declaration conveyed the stirring message of independence.
Yes. So stirring in your heart just means like, you're like, oh my gosh, they're gonna help me. He's gonna do something for me. This is good. You know, I'm excited. And like this excitement inside your heart stirring. So yeah, people, I'm sure at that time were happy
Very
that they were,
happy.
yes, protecting the people. Anybody want to do the last one?
Wait, we already did
Oh, did we do them all? Oh, yeah, okay. Go to the vocabulary page then really quick. Page 106. 106. Jefferson was a or an blank writer. What two words work here? There's two words that work there. What is it?
No, I was joking.
Oh, yes.
Magnificent.
Magnificent. Is that a vocabulary word though?
Oh, no, not bad.
Use a vocabulary word. Miles.
Writing a
Adept.
paper.
Adept.
Adept.
Yeah, there you go. What else? Affirm rather? Is that a word? Let me see. It would be more like stirring. He was a stirring writer.
The second one is affirmed.
In the Declaration of Independence, Jefferson, yes, affirmed that all men have rights that a government should not take away. Yeah, it fits better there. Affirmed. Look at the vocabulary chart on 322 and 323. Whoa. Try to use the words in lessons one in the sentence. Okay. Yeah, go back to that. Let's check it out. We haven't looked at that page yet.
We don't have it.
322.
22.
Oh. Yeah, by the way, all your vocabulary words are back here, so this is a handy dandy place to go.
Oh, I've been here.
Try to use the words from lessons 1 to 11 in sentences or phrases that could be in your report. So just look, you don't have to use them all.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Any of those words could you use about Thomas Jefferson?
Thomas Jefferson reverently,
Reverently?
reverently gave the pen rights.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Or reverently wrote the Declaration of
Can we
Independence.
write that down in our paragraph?
You can put reverently on that list, just on that page. But yeah, you can if you don't have to. You have to use 4 of your current vocabulary words in your paragraph. You see another one on there?
Audaciously.
Audaciously, how could we use that one?
Audaciously wrote Declaration.
Okay, audaciously, that's a good one.
Is this just the ones we have used or the ones we're going to?
These are just ones we have used. They just want to see if you can figure out a word you can use. But it's not required in your actual paragraph. What is required is the 4 vocabulary words for this week. All right, so that is it for today. You're gonna write your paragraph, add sentences if you need to.
That is it for today,
That
hooray.
is it for today, hooray. I like it. Make sure you use your vocabulary words and dress ups. And topic clenchers, don't forget about those. Yes, Miles. Wait, shh.
Add ED since it's passed.
Yes, you can. Yes, good question.
I think I did that
Okay.
last week.